What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. Maybe not the old lady's favorite YouTube channel today after the ratings that I'm about to give out. But we got to do it. We got to talk about the debacle that was Atalanta, Juventus. A 1-0 loss at home to Atalanta, 0-1, whatever. I'm not getting into the semantics when it comes to how you're exactly supposed to put that out there. But it was an absolute bleep show. I'm going to be honest here. I give my honest opinions. It was not a good performance. Stick with us. We'll fill you in on these ratings now. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today is November 27th. It is a Saturday. It is the Saturday of Juventus Atalanta, the post-match. We did all that stuff. We did our live and all that. Now it's time for me to give you guys my ratings. I guess by the time I put this out, though, it may be the next day, depending where you are. It is what it is, but let's just go ahead and just dive into it. Actually, first, though, make sure you hit that like button. I know you guys may not be in love with what's going on right now, but hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and also hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos, as well as all of our, social media handles and all that will all be in the graphics down below, as well as in the description down below as well. Let's get into it. All right, first up is my pleasure. I'm trying not to be sarcastic through all this, but I kind of have to if I want to keep some bit of sanity as a fan. First off, what I want to talk about a little bit more is just like, what was it that we witnessed today? What exactly was it that we went out there and that us as fans had to see and had to witness and take in? It was an absolute bleep show. That's the only way that I can put it. I don't know what is going on with this team. But something is abundantly clear. There's no vision. There's no plan. There's nothing being established long term. There's no goal. What is the end goal? What is the what are you growing to? What are you striving to do? There's nothing right now. There's absolutely nothing. It's infuriating, especially halfway through the season now. One of the things I talked about too in one of the videos before was exactly like, I understand utilizing the 4-4-2 because Pirlo used it a lot. And you want to slowly integrate until you can get into your system. Allegri, I don't think the 4-4-2 is really your system. Do I think it's all just about what players are out there, whatever have you? Some aspects of it, there are some players that obviously are not living up to their pay grade, if you will. But at the same time, there's enough out there that this, to me, is on the coaching. It's a lot on the coaching and what's going on here. I just wanted to say that to really kind of just preface some of my thoughts of what happened today and what we witnessed and what you all had to suffer through along with me. But before we do that, now let's actually do it. Okay. First up, Moisie Chesney. He gets a 5.5 rating. I'll be honest. Okay. I'm going to give you the Juventus Atalanta version of the ratings. What I mean by that is I'm going to give you the same kind of performance that Juventus gave. A little half-baked is what I'm going to say. Half-baked, barely showing up. Here's what you're getting. He gets a 5.5 rating. He showed up. He actually was there. He wasn't really the one that was at fault for the reason that they scored the one goal that they had. Not a terrible performance, honestly, if you're getting a 5.5. That's one of the better ratings that you're giving out today. Actually, that might be the top rating. Not him being the only one that got it, but the top you're getting is 5.5 because this was a terrible overall performance. One high claim, he had 6 accurate long balls, and that's what he did today. So that's what gets you a 5.5. Now let's move on to the next guy that we have up here, and that is Juan Cuadrado. Oops, I gave you a little bit of a sneak preview there of Max Allegri. I apologize. But anyway, let's just talk about Juan Cordrado. He gets a 4.5 overall rating from me. Not a good performance from Juan Cordrado. Expect a lot more from him. He had 3 clearances, 2 interceptions, 2 tackles, 5 ground duels, 1. What else did he have? 1 key pass, 1 accurate cross, 3 accurate long balls as well. Again, Nobody was good. Nobody was good. The exact reason, and I'm not going to go through, and that's why I wanted to think about something to say in particular about Juan Cordrado, but a lot of what I could say about him could be said about a lot of the players. Every single person, they're out there just kicking with reckless abandon. When I say, when you think about other sports, like, passing or whatever have you, there's absolutely no plan or there's no set play design, anything like that with what they're doing, with what they're creating. They're just trying to just drive a ball down there, a deep ball, whatever you can find, and hopefully there's somebody down there to get it. Usually it ends up just going to the other player on the other team or whatever have you. Nothing comes to fruition. I'm trying to be unique about these guys, but honestly, they're all so bad. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say that's really going to be worthwhile, if that makes sense. If you just want the ratings, let me just go through the ratings for you. 3 clearances, 2 interceptions, 2 tackles, 5 ground duels, 1. Did I already say that? I guess I already did. 3 accurate long balls, 1 whatever. Yeah, I did say that. Okay. Let's move on to Matthias de Ligt. Yeah, I'm that rattled from the performance today, to be honest. Let's go. De Ligt, he gets a 4. I don't know what to say. I'm trying not to sound super negative, but I am in the circumstance. Like, how else are they making De Ligt look like a pedestrian defender? What other setup could do that? And that's what happened today. He didn't look great. He looked like any other ragtag defender you had out there. 1 clearance, 2 block shots, 2 tackles, 3 ground duels, 1, 4 accurate long balls, 2 shots blocked. All right. I know, I'm not happy. It's not a good one, guys. Okay, let's keep it going. Leonardo Bonucci, he gets a 5.5 rating. Honestly, me overall, I know I've been negative and now I'm going to sound positive, but I'm not saying this isn't a positive, but I felt like either Bonucci or we'll talk later. You could add somebody else in there or whatever to the mix, but to me, Bonucci is probably one of our better players that we had today. He was the only defender that looked like he gave a damn at all. He was the only one that looked like they were trying. In certain circumstances, he shut down a couple things. Again, he had let me go off of that. 2 clearances, 1 block shot, 4 interceptions, 2 tackles, 3 ground duels, 1, 7 aerial duels, 1. He was the only one also creating anything. He had 1 big key pass, 3 accurate long balls, and 1 shot off target. He was one of the only people I think that was actually doing anything. He gets a 5.5 rating because that's about as high as I can go when you had the performance that you did today. Again, not trying to go off on tangents, but really, the only way I can really describe what happened today with Juventus is they really just crapped down their leg. That's all that they did. They really just urinated themselves. And when I say the biggest moment, I mean the biggest moment to really set up for a potential resurgence to your season. You can get 3 more points, closing that gap between yourself and Atalanta, the 4th place, the team that's in 4th place that you need to leapfrog over. You didn't do that. Now you're 7 points back. And not only that, but you also have a really, really not a fortuitous situation of having a bunch of, I guess I could say it's bums. You're playing a bunch of bums of Serie A. And when I say that, I mean Salernitana, low-level teams, bottom of the half of the table. And I'm not convinced at all that you're going to win any of those games. If we're being serious, I don't know that you're going to win a single one of those. I mean, you should. But from what I saw today, if you perform like that, you're not winning any of them. All right. Let's move on to Alexandro. I promise we'll speed it up. He gets a 3. He was awful. He was god-awful today. 2 clearances, 2 interceptions, 1 tackle, 4 ground duels, 1, 3 aerial duels, 1, 15 times possession lost. Made a couple key passes, and that's about all he did. He looked lost. He didn't know what he was doing. He was a big part of that breakdown there on the defense. Didn't like what I saw from Alexandro. That's about as much time as I want to spend on Alexandro. We can get to Weston McKennie now. I gave him a 5.5 rating. Some people may argue against this with him. I know some people were a bit harsher at his performance. To me, I felt like at least for most of the first half, Weston McKennie was one of the only guys trying to make something happen. He was one of the only guys I saw there actually doing a little bit of something, creating space, moving the ball, whatever have you, moving defenders by his without the ball, whatever you want to call it, activity. He had 4 key passes, 1 accurate long ball, 1 shot off target, 1 ground duel, 1, 3 aerial duels, 1 clearance, 2 interceptions, and 1 tackle. So he gets a 5.5 rating for me. Like I said, I know 5.5 rating is not good, but it's as good as you're going to get for today. Manuel Locatelli is also getting a 5.5 rating today. He was one of the only guys out there I saw actually fighting and actually trying to pretend that they gave a bleep today. 1 key pass, 5 accurate long balls, 3 successful dribbles, 6 ground duels, 1. Only lost possession 10 times, 3 clearances, 1 block shot, 2 tackles overall. So a decent performance. A bad decent performance. I'm gonna say that everybody gets bad. Everybody's bad. You're all bad. You're all grounded. But that's how it is for now for him when it comes to Manuel Locatelli. And then we have my a favorite punching bag, I guess, at this point right now. Adrian Rabiot, somebody I believed in before. I don't. It's gone now. It's done when it comes to Adrian Rabiot. Him on the left side with Alexandro. They're both struggling. They're both don't look to be a small percentage of what they were as players, to be honest. Not like what I'm seeing from him. 0 key passes, 0 crosses. 3 accurate long balls, though. 1 shot on target. 5 ground duels, 1. 3 aerials. A clearance, a block shot, an interception. Not a great performance overall from Rabiot. He looks lost again. I don't want to. I feel like I'm wasting my time. I feel like that's sad when doing these videos. I feel like I'm wasting my time talking about the performance of the players today. But every single way that I looked at it, I can only just say is that there looked like there was no plan out there. There was absolutely no plan. It looked like literally the coach rolled the ball out there and said, "Go play." This was your Sunday league game, and that's what it looked like. Moving on. Oh yeah. It's my boy Federico Chiesa. He gets a 5 rating. Obviously got injured before the half. Not a good sequence of events for Juventus in their future right now when it comes to him. Got a 5 rating. 1 accurate cross, 1 accurate long ball, 1 shot blocked. 3 ground duels, 1. Yeah, that was it. I was looking through his stats, trying to find something of worth. The one thing I will say about him is he had that one big opportunity, that big momentum swinging opportunity to try to create a score for Juventus. And I don't want to keep using the same analogies, but he turtled up. How about that? He turtled up in the big moment. Had it, I don't know if I'd say easily blocked, but it was a really good defensive move by the Atalanta defender. But my biggest problem with that is anybody else, you put yourself between the defender and the ball and you make a move there. Either you try to get a shot off. You probably should have gotten a shot off before the defender could have gotten there to block that shot. Or just don't be soft. Don't be soft. Go for it and try to draw a pen. You're so good at usually trying to draw a pen, or at least people complain about you drawing penalties. Go out there and try to draw a pen. That's all I'm asking. That's my personal gripe with Chiesa today. But hopefully he gets better. Hopefully he's okay. It sounds like I'm rushing it. I know. I don't know. Let's move on to Paulo Dybala. I gave him a 5 rating overall. I know some people were more harsh. I actually saw him as being one of the only guys, at least there at the end, that was still trying to fight, trying to score something, trying to create something. The free kick that he had at the end. He gets a 5 rating from me. 1 shot on target, 3 shots off target, 2 successful dribbles, 1 that hit the woodwork, which was that one at the very end. 4 key passes, 2 accurate crosses, 2 accurate long balls, 3 ground duels, 1 aerial duel, 1 was offsides 1 time, 1 clearance, and 1 interception. Let me know if you have more gripes. I know a lot of people maybe weren't as content with him as I was. I don't think a 5 rating should be content for anybody, but he gets a 5 rating, which is not a 4 or 3. It is what it is. Not a good performance from him. Alvaro Morata, yeah, and like I said, I'm doing this is the level of ratings that I feel like Juventus deserves right now. Not as super in-depth and in detail, but I'm giving you the ratings regardless. He had a 3.5 overall rating from me, 1 shot off target, 1 shot block, 2 successful dribbles, 2 accurate long balls, 7 ground duels, 1 aerial duel, 1. And that's all he had today. One of the biggest things, one of the things that I noticed about Alvaro Morata and his performance today, and I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, tell me whatever. This is the way I feel about Alvaro Morata. When I watch him out there now, there were some rumors that were floated out there within the last week or so, basically about Juventus making the decision they're not purchasing Morata. His time is done at the end of the season. Part of me feels like that's exactly what the player I saw out there doing. A player that knew that he was not going to be purchased by Juventus, who knew his future, or maybe was less certain of his future, because he's going back to Atletico Madrid, but where is he going to go from there? The way I took it as this is a player that's resigned and that the team is either quit on him and his future, and then he's also quitting on the team. And that's what I kind of felt like. At this point, I felt like, why is Alvaro Morata playing as much as he is? At this point, pull him and give me somebody younger. Give Kyle George more minutes. And not Kyle George at the end of the game, who we didn't give rating because was barely playing today. But give me something that gives me hope for the future at all. That's it. All right. Morata, you're done. Let's go to Bernadesi. He got a 4 rating. Nothing special to really talk about. He did Bernadesi things, which was you guys aren't convincing me when it comes to Bernadesi and that he is going to come back and make a big difference for Juventus. 1 shot off target, 2 shots blocked, 1 accurate cross, 1 accurate long ball, 1 ground duel, 1. Yeah. So in limited minutes, 45 minutes, he didn't do anything really to impress me overall. And then we can go talk about Moisie Ken, who spelled McKinney there later in the match. Let's go ahead and throw him up there for you guys. I gave him a 4.5 rating. Again, nothing really special. Played 26 minutes. Had 9 touches. 1 ground duel, 1. This is riveting stuff, I know, and 1 clearance. Again, tried to make a couple attempts at creating something. Kind of felt like he got the ball. Somebody picked his pocket way too easily every single time that he was making an effort. He doesn't look like the player that I expected Moisie Ken to be. He doesn't look like the Moisie Ken at the beginning of the season, who was putting in, who I felt like I was getting passion and effort. Kind of like I said, with same thing I get from Weston McKennie now. Somebody who's actually trying out there, who's running up and down. I didn't even feel like I got that from him. I don't know if he's still suffering from his injury and he's still trying to work his way back up. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But 4.5 rating. It is what it is. Okay, let's talk about the big man. You already saw the rating. I gave Max Allegri, and this is the main one that I really just want to talk about for a second, is he gets a 3 rating from me. I was, I don't want to say vocal, because most of my stuff was done in print before. But I was very upfront with my criticisms of Andrea Pirlo at the end of last season. And when I was critical of him, the reason I was critical from him and where that really stemmed from and where that came from was because there was no project. There was no vision. There was no effort. There was nothing to see out there to really witness that you're doing anything to coach the team. I guess the one thing you could say is like...
that's a damn coaching mistake. That the kids are playing their tail off and the coaches are screwing it up.
I don't know. That's how it feels to me right now. It feels like, what is the coach doing? Because he's not doing it. He's not managing players properly. He's sticking with guys who maybe don't deserve time to be playing. Talk about Alexandro earlier. I've been a guy who, there's been plenty of people, you've probably seen it in the comments, or you've commented in the comment section down below. I don't know why I had to say it that way. But you've commented about Luca Pellegrini, give him time. And I said, I don't believe in Pellegrini. I don't think so. But last time Luca Pellegrini played, he surprised me. Was he good? He was all right. But he was better than what I'm getting from Alexandro. Alexandro at this point, he had a few good games. He had that pocket of games where he looked like 2017 Alexandro. And now it's gone. It's gone. I don't know where he went. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he even wants to get up in the morning and come play for Juventus. Look at Adrian Rabiot. Why is he playing as much as he is? I just feel like you could utilize different players, different formations. Give Arthur a little bit more run out there. I don't understand your dislike for Archer to use him. I don't understand your love for you have Kulusevski, who I'm not the biggest fan of Kulusevski, but I believe that there's potential there. At this point, if you know that Morata's not coming back, why are you sticking with him? Why aren't you not trying to give somebody else run? The season is being run into the ground as it is. Give somebody else some time to develop. Kyle George. I'm not trying to be I criticize and I make fun of people all the time asking, to give the young guys run, but give Moisie Ken more than the few minutes that he had. That's my issue. Because I don't see a plan here. And I'd like to see a plan. I'd like to see something. Switch it up. I know half the time, yeah, you say it's a 4-4-2, but people they move around so often, and it's so adjustable. Who knows what it is? But for a lot of times, it is a 4-4-2. Why are you sticking with this crap structure? Why are you doing that? Why, if a 4-3-3 is what you want to use, if whatever have you is what you'd rather use, stick with that. Make the players fit into it. Because right now they're not fitting into the 4-4-2 properly either, and they don't look good. They look like a bottom tier team right now. They look struggling to hang on. And I know people get their panties in a wad when it comes to people talking about these different teams and the way they perform. I'll tell you right now, I know you guys get sick and tired of me talking about my local teams here in America, but after witnessing the crap show that was Juventus today, I had to come home and I had to watch, or not come home, but I had to go watch my U of L team play their biggest rival and look like absolute dog crap, absolute dog bleep. And you know what happened there? Is fans enabled them to continue to do this. They enabled just crap coaches to come in, to not get the proper players in, to not do anything. Nobody held them accountable. And when you're not holding people accountable, you're enabling this. So you continue and continue and continue to enable this until, you speak with the only way that you can as fans. You speak with your pocketbook, you speak with whatever it is. I love Juventus. I want what's best for Juventus. But at the same time, something has to give. Right now at this point, Max Allegri is at a lower low than Pirlo was last year. And it makes me wonder, I know we saw it petering off a little bit. He saved it with the top four there at the end. But would we be in a better boat with Pirlo if we would have kept him? And I never thought I'd be saying this right now. I believe in Allegri. I have believed in Allegri. I want to continue to believe in Allegri. But until I see a project or I see some kind of development here, it's more of the same. It's more of the same, and it's worrisome. And all the other crap that's going on with Juventus behind the scenes is just going to make this worse. So, and when you're not making top four, and you're not winning Champions League, you're not making Champions League, and you're losing out on top tier talent, when you're losing out on Vlahovic, when you're losing out on Tchouaméni, when you're losing out on Pogba or whoever else have you, that hole's going to get deeper. And I'm worried about what the future is with that. Hopefully they can rebound from this. Hopefully they can come back. And hopefully I'm singing a different tune here in a month or two. But right now, it doesn't look good. These are my ratings. I was hoping for better, but it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts. Do you disagree? Do you agree? Do you think I was too harsh? Do you think I wasn't harsh enough? Let me know in the comment section down below, guys. I appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching this. I said I was going to go short. I never do, but it is what it is. I appreciate you guys as always. Make sure you hit that like button. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Make sure you follow me at Justin Sofer on Twitter. Follow Bianconeri Zone at Bianconeri Zone on all of their formats as well. But we'll see you guys next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.